Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, October 14th. Here we go. This is Bdx Live, your host, Lou Fields. Please call somebody, tell somebody. Lou Fields Bdx Live is on right now from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And, of course, they can call in to 410-481-1010. You can also just hit us on Facebook at Lou Fields, and we'll talk to you today about different things in housing and community development. This is our second Monday of the month, and as you know, we have very nice sponsors, and we really appreciate our sponsors. So let's start off by thanking our sponsors who sponsor our business and political second Monday show. And so today we're going to make a big special thank you to Harbor Bank of Maryland. You know, the Maryland's only black bank locations all across our state, Baltimore City, Prince George's County, Baltimore County, as well as a satellite office in Montgomery County. Also, we want to thank our sponsors. Visit Baltimore, down there at baltimore.org. That's baltimore.org. You want to know what's happening in the city, who's coming, who's going, what's up, new places to visit, new attractions. Just go to baltimore.org. And, of course, we thank our sponsors, MMG Capital Group, my good friend Stanley Tucker and Mr. Tim Smoot and Rodney and all the folks over there. As you know, the Meridian Management Group, that's what it stands for, MMG Capital Group. They operate the Maryland Casino Business Investment Fund, and they also have an equity participation investment program, as well as a program entitled Invest Maryland. For more information about what you can do with financing, business acquisitions, call them at 410-333-4270, or just go on their site at mmgcapitalgroup.com. That's mmgcapitalgroup.com. Also, we want to thank our sponsors over there at Town Place Suites, 1171 Winterton Road. Town Place Suites by Marriott Hotel at BWI is a wonderful place to host your meetings, your family reunions, your weekend getaways. If you have people coming in from out of town, they want to stay close to the airport, you want to have them call Lacey at 410-694-0060. And if she's not there, be sure to talk to Miss Fonette Brown. Again, 410-694-0060. And today we're going to give a special thank you to our longest-serving supporter, and that's sponsor Appalachian Clinic. Appalachian Clinic. For those who are looking to remove unwanted hair, you want to call Stacy over there at 410-235-2211. She's located right there in Towson at 6600 York Road. And again, men, you have beards or you have facial hair, or you have hair along your neckline and you want to get it removed, call the Appalachian Clinic. They specialize in giving you an excellent experience in unwanted hair removal. Ladies as well. Again, that's 410-235-2211. Also, we want to thank our supporters, the Success Scholar, Brother Hamid Amin. As you know, he's our co-host, and he's also one of our longest-standing supporters. So today we have a very special show, and we had some guests. We're going to be calling in and talking about community development and housing and things like that. But until we get to them, as always, you know, we like to start with our Maryland Black Facts. And, you know, last week was my father's birthday, October 7th, last Monday, so I was not here. But the good news, Dad would have turned 95 on October 7th last Monday. He passed, he transitioned, I guess now 17 years ago in 2002. But his birthday is October the 7th, as was the birthday of Tony Braxton, born right here in Severn, Maryland, in Anne Arundel County. October 9th, we wish a happy birthday to Juan Dixon out of Baltimore City, coaching right now men's basketball at Coppin State University. And as you know, Juan was a leading guard who helped lead Maryland, University of Maryland, to their only NCAA championship. Also, we want to say happy birthday this month we have a birthday coming in for Howard Rollins this week, as well as George Collins. And as you all know, October 16th, it will be the 26th, I believe, anniversary of the Million Man March. So thank you, Eartha Harrison. You got a big day planned for October 16th. For those of you who want more information, just find her right on Facebook or you can just give her a call at 410-655-7198. 443-655-7198. And again, that is the anniversary of the 1995 Million Man March, October 16th. So those who would give her support with that one. Also, happy birthday to Reverend Samuel Wingard Ward, born October 17, 1817 in Eastern Shore, Maryland. He was enslaved. He was a friend of Frederick Douglass and a cousin of Harriet Tubman. He became an agent on the Underground Railroad and Anti-Slavery Society. Also, we're going to say happy birthday to my Emerson High School alum, Maryland Senator Nathaniel Oakes, October 19th. Happy birthday, Nat. Hope to see you home soon. Also, we got a happy birthday, October 20th, to Michael Steele, former leader of the Republican Party, National Republican Party, as well as the first African American to serve in a statewide position as Lieutenant Governor under Governor Robert Ehrlich. October 23rd, we'll leave that for next week, but just know next week is sports and entertainment. And in-house, we will have members from the Negro League Baseball Museum, and we have sports rap with the coach, and that's very appropriate because next Monday, October 23rd, is the birthday of Hall of Famer Sam Lacey, Baltimore African-American sports editor and writer. So next Monday, we'll be doing sports and entertainment. And then we'll be moving into, we'll be doing sports and entertainment. Yeah, next Monday, third Monday, health and wellness. We'll get to that on October 28th. So anyway, folks, today we have a very special show, a lot of conversation about housing and community development. And let's look at some other things that's happening in the news today. And so we can pay attention. And I know many of you, like myself, was over there at Morgan State University's homecoming this past Saturday. And they not only had a great homecoming celebration, tailgate party, but also they won the game. They smashed Delaware State pretty good on Saturday. And even though it was their first win of the year for Morgan State coach Tyrone Wheatley, but again, no better game to win than the homecoming game. So we're going to give a big shout out to our senior running back, Josh Chase, number 24, with those 116 yards and 2 touchdowns. Morgan State head coach, congratulations on that big win. Howard University also won their homecoming game, but Morgan and Howard both are having not so stellar years. I think Howard is just like Morgan, 1-5, 1-6. But Morgan did win their homecoming game. They beat Norfolk State 49-21. That was a good game. But I want to give a big shout out to Coach of the Bowie State Bulldogs. Not only did they win their homecoming game, but they're undefeated. They're 6-0, leading the Northern Division of the MEAC, and that's 10-year Bowie State Bulldog coach Damian Wilson. So we got any Bulldogs out there, y'all call in. I know y'all celebrating big time, not only winning your homecoming game, but being undefeated and on top of the MEAC in the Northern Division. So we hats off. One thing about Morgan, whether they had a great game, which they did, but they really had a great tailgating party. The campus was full of people. Everywhere Morgan was celebrating, and the alumni was there, the students were there, and I think they just had fans and friends over there. And so hats off to Coach Wheatley for that homecoming win. Morgan faces off against Howard on the last game of the year. It's going to be a home game at Howard. November 23rd, the Morgan Bears will travel down the Beltway and face off against Howard. That's always a big rivalry there. Morgan Bears from Baltimore facing the Howard Bison from over there in Washington, D.C. So Morgan, they just got to turn it around and try to win the next few games they got coming up and get a winning season going in. And so moving on, we want to give a big Bdx Live special shout out to Simone Biles. She's now the world's best all-time decorated, greatest of all-time gymnast with over 25 medals. That was a big thing for her. Also, another congratulations to the Washington Mystics, the women NBA champions. First time ever that the Washington Mystics have won the championship. And so we want to give a big shout out to them as well as for their victory. And then again, that's Alina Del Don. She was the leading scorer all year long. And the finals MVP was Emma Messerman. Okay, and also Maryland Terp second championship. Miss Christy Tolliver is on the team, as well as Natasha Cloud, Aria Powers, Tiana Hawkins. I'm calling their names. These are NBA champions, WNBA champions. Latoya Sanders, Aria Atkins, Satora Walker, Miss Leslie, and Kim. So just know, folks, Miss Allen, that here at BDX Live, we're giving a B more shout out to the Washington Mystics with their first win. You know, last year we saw the Washington Caps pull off their first Stanley Cup win. Well, this past week in Game 5, the Washington Mystics were able to overpower, come from behind victory against the Connecticut Suns, and now they have a victory. And they didn't have a parade yet because a lot of the players, particularly the two ladies from Belgium, they have to go and sign up to play international ball right away. So they had a little program at the MCI Center over there, but then they went to play international ball, and they're going to have a victory parade in the spring, which would probably be even better. So also shout out to Coco Groff. She wins her first WTA Women's Tennis Association event at 15 years old. She's now have victory for herself. And so we want to move on and look at what's happening in the news. Baltimore still continues to lead the nation in violent crime. I think we're well over 260 murders. And we saw that the police chief and the Baltimore City Police Union, they're going back and forth. So Channel 45 last Tuesday had a big town hall meeting. And of course, some believe Channel 45 is more biased, but I was there and I didn't see any bias because most of the people speaking, particularly candidates for mayor, were Democrats. And so it was kind of a slap in the face, some say, that Mayor Jack Young, North City Council President Brandon Scott showed up. At any rate, the town hall meeting went on, and thankfully Councilman Leon Pinkett was there representing the city council and himself. I don't know if that's in his district or not. It may be in Sharon Green Middleton district, but I think she may have been in the audience. But Councilman Pinkett sit up front on the front row and took the heat for all the elected officials who did not show up, federal elected officials, state officials, and again, only Councilman Pinkett stood up and stayed the entire time. And he took the wrath of the angry crowd who were just frustrated with not being able to get answers from their city leaders, the mayor, as well as their city council president. There were no shows, and some fallout has come about that, but still the town hall meeting went on. In fact, it was such a heated conversation with the audience. Channel 45, Fox News gave an additional hour, and it was held at Coppin State University, and people were just frustrated with the lack of response for city services, as well as the vacant and boarded up housing, as well as the lack of the decreased, not being able to decrease violent crime in the city. So about 300 people had a lot to say, and maybe 20% walked out when they saw the mayor's chair and the city council president's chair sit there empty all night. But Kai Jackson, host, went on with it, and Mary Bubala was there. She's now co-anchor with Channel 45 Fox News. So they did what they could do with what they was working with, and so that was good. And so, folks, it's 10:16 now, and we're going to move and start talking with one of our special guests in studio, and he's going to pull right up to that mic. And Mr. Gomez, pull that mic right up and say hello to the audience. Pull it right up like I got mine right here.
Okay.
And say hello to your audience because they want to know from Harvard Bank, what's the news?
Hello, sir. Thank you so much for having me here today. My name is Germano Gomez, Assistant Vice President of Harbor Bank of Maryland Community Development Corporation. So once again, thank you for having me, and hello, Baltimore.
Now, we know Harbor Bank has a lot of great services in addition to not only being Maryland's exclusive African-American black bank, but they also have branches all across the state, and they also have all these different services, including regular business services and lines of credit, ATMs are used everywhere, and of course, they have their own credit card, and they have financing and all kinds of services. But today, Mr. Gomez, we're going to talk about the role of community development. Tell us what's Harbor Bank's mission as it relates to community development?
Well, absolutely. Thank you for that introduction, and I definitely want to give credit to Joseph Haskins Jr. and the tremendous legacy that he's left with the Harbor Bank of Maryland. The Harbor Bank of Maryland Community Development Corporation is the nonprofit affiliate of the Harbor Bank of Maryland that we all know and love. The bank branches, the lending